Hey friends, welcome or welcome back. We're going to have a little chit chat while I get ready for brunch. So, I have been thinking a lot about how we have to want something for ourselves just as bad as we want it for everyone else. I've been thinking about this because I feel like a lot of the time it's easy for us to want more or want better for other people, but when it comes to us, we have a hard time. Like, when it comes to what we want, we have a hard time pushing ourselves and going for more. Why is that? Why is it that it is easier for us to root for somebody else, but when it comes to ourselves and what our personal goals are, or what our dreams are, or the visions that we have for ourselves, we kind of limit what we're capable of doing, and then we get very complacent. So I have just been thinking about this a lot, and I want you to, really think about if that is your situation. If you feel like a lot of the time you are really pushing for other people to go ahead and do good and do what they want to do, but then when it comes to yourself, when you're looking inward, you're finding it hard to actually believe that for yourself. So I feel like that's not uncommon. Wanting to see other people succeed, wanting to see them achieve their dreams or their goals or their visions or whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think the issue comes in when, you have similar goals or achievements that you want to hit on, and you're not cheering yourself on in the same way. Why not? Why are you not cheering yourself on in the same way that you're able to cheer on other people? I think a lot of this has to do with just like the limitations that we put on ourselves. I'm sorry, I have to get very close to the mirror because I can't see. And eyebrows are important. I think it goes back to the limitations that we put on ourselves. We tell ourselves that we can't do something before we even try. Now, I understand that things are difficult, things are hard, okay? But why do we tell ourselves that we can't do something before we even try, before we even attempt to do something? We're literally knocking ourselves out of the race before the race even begins, which is insane to me. And this is not to shame people at all. This is just kind of bringing awareness and like highlighting the fact that we often do this. Like we take ourselves out of the competition before the competition even begins. And this is the issue when it comes to like not, rooting for ourselves in the same way that we root for other people. We eliminate ourselves from the competition. And I don't know. I think that is just so it's sad. I think first and foremost, it's very sad because it speaks to the what is it? It speaks to just like the confidence, the lack of confidence that some of us has when it comes to what we want out of life and what we want for ourselves. Like, you really do have to be your own biggest fan. Yes, you can have your fans, aka your supporters. You can have the people within your support system that are encouraging you, that are one second. You can have the people that are in your support system that are encouraging you, that are motivating you. Yes, 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 and yes. But you also have to be your biggest fan. You have to encourage and you have to motivate yourself. You have to find it within yourself to know that you deserve what you want. You deserve to work hard for what you want in life, because at the end of the day, it's just your life. It's the life that you're living. It's not the life that anyone else is living. It's the life that you're living. So why not root for yourself just as hard as you are rooting for everyone else? Now, it can be confidence, and it also can just be believing that you are capable, believing that you are capable of rooting for yourself and going after what you want, especially if it's something that's brand new. It takes a lot of courage for sure. It takes a lot of courage to try something new and to also root for yourself, not knowing what's going to be on the other side. It's so easy for us to root for other people because it's not our situation. We're not in their shoes. So we're just like, okay, you can do it. Go ahead and go for it. Like, I'm cheering you on because at the end of the day, the result and the outcome it impacts only their life. It does not impact yours. So when we're struggling to root for ourselves, we don't know what's on the other side. We have no idea what's going to be taking place, what's going to be the outcome on the other side. So I think it's very hard for some people to kind of wrap their mind around being able to root for themselves, you know? And it's something that's brand new for people. Some people have never been able to root for themselves or cheer themselves on. So it's a learning experience as well. And it takes a lot of practice for sure to get out of that feeling that you can't do something, then to turn it around and prop yourself up and cheer yourself on. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of motivation, internal validation. It takes a lot, but it's not impossible. And you know, I'm all about that on this channel. Like, it is not impossible to do what's on your mind. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it might take some time, but it's not impossible. If you're here and you are living, I don't know why I just did that. I think I'd rather use my hands, but whatever. If you're here and you know you're living on this earth, if you are fortunate enough to still be here, if you are watching this video, then I want to tell you that it is not too late. It is not too late to root for yourself. It is not too late to cheer yourself on. It's not too late to do the things that you want to do, and put the same amount of energy that you put into rooting for and cheering for everyone else into yourself. Put it into yourself, because guess what? Those people that you're rooting and you're cheering for, they did that. They did that themselves. That's why they're doing the thing that you are rooting for them to succeed in, because they found it within themselves to be able to cheer themselves on, to be able to go after what it is that they wanted to go after. You need to do the same thing. You really do need to do the same thing. When you start practicing these things, when you start practicing being your own biggest fan, then you can do things. You can do a lot of things, because you have to know that whatever decisions and whatever choices that you're making right now are going to be the result years from now in your life, right? Whatever you're doing right now is going to reflect in your life a couple months, a couple years from now. So why not just start being your own biggest fan, cheering yourself on, giving the same amount of energy that you give to others to yourself, putting yourself first. It is not a bad thing to be selfish. It is not a bad thing to center yourself, okay? Because obviously, yes, you are still rooting and encouraging other people as well, but sometimes we neglect ourselves. We neglect what we want, our desires, our dreams, our hopes, our wishes, etc., etc., etc. We neglect that. So sometimes you have to center yourself. And that involves rooting for yourself, cheering for yourself, being your biggest cheerleader. I hope this video awakens something within you, which is what I hope for all the videos that you watch from me. But if it did, let me know in the comments below. Are you guilty of cheering for other people more than you cheer for yourself? Or are you your biggest fan? Let me know. I'd like to hear what you have to say. But please make sure you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, share this video with another person that needs to hear it today, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.